What's up, guys? Check it out. I know it's been a minute, but I've had a couple jobs here and there, but I've just kind of got burnt out with oh yeah, I chipped my tooth. I got to get that fixed. All right, guys, so I got me a job. I have had a couple jobs, but I've actually been focused on my studio. My mind kind of gets entangled in something for a while, and I'll still do this other thing, but I'm really focused on that. And I was getting it cleaned up and getting it ready to record some songs. Some of you guys have been asking me about some music, so I'm going to get in there and do some stuff. I got some pictures up right here. I've actually set up and done where I record the scratch guitar and scratch vocals just all at the same time, playing to a click track, and then go in and do scratch bass, and then go in and do the, maybe a little electric or something to make, build a little groove, and then go in and do the real drums, and then come back in with all the other shit, playing to the drums like you would like in a real band. But anyway, this is Welding here. All right, so we're going to do this job. It's a pretty simple job. Something broke. Gotta repair it. And it's a real simple job. I don't really have to add that much steel. I'm gonna add some gussets here and there. It's a carpet mover is what they call it, or yeah, carpet roll mover or something like that. It's also called a rug ram. So when I did the quote, I called it a rug ram because I think that's hilarious. Anyway, we're headed over there. Got some stuff to I'm gonna go pick up some sticks, man. I'm gonna weld with stick today. I'm missing it. I'm just really missing it. I know I love flux core. It's convenient, it's fast, but there's something, just primal and barbaric about welding with a stick. It's like discovering, lightning for the first time every time, right? Like, whoa, yeah, it's just an accomplishment, right? When you shoot that wire out there, you know that shit's gonna start if you got a ground. Like with a stick, you gotta actually put a little effort into it, so when you start it, it's like, yeah, I fucking did something, man. You just feel good. You're like, yeah, just so barbaric. Anyway, I don't know if that's the right word. But I want to do a stick. Plus, I've never welded stick on the prime weld. And that's the cool thing about it. I've got a lead set up on there where I can quickly hook it up. Just in case I'm doing some flux core and I want to run over the top of that with 7018 or something. So, or stick, whatever. It is what it is. And then the prime weld go up to like 160 amps, I think. Which I won't need, but maybe 100, 110, 120, if. All right, as long as I see that full ring around the puddle, all the edges, we're good to go. It's hot enough. It's finally gotten hot enough. Oh, but stop talking. I got to run by damn Harbor Freight. I was going to go early, but then I thought, man, all these people, especially on that side of town, just crowded up on each other early in the morning. You're not going to get anywhere early. So I'm going to head out to the Harbor Freight and get some, that took the cool lighting off, man. I cleaned all the haze off my windshield. Now it's bright as fuck. Anyway, I got to get some stick rods. I use 6011 because it's readily available and about $15 cheaper than 6010. And I'm not welding pipe, so, or fucking whatever. So I use 6011 basically just to clean out. I'll show you. Clean out the old weld and grind all that shit out. I'll show you what I'll have to do. The old puzzle piece method and all this. Anyway, on my way to the Harbor Freight. Guys, I'm up here at the Harbor Freight. I actually had a reminder of, let me hold you over here. Was that better? Anyway, earlier on the way here, I got behind somebody and we were going around a curve, and he slowed down quite a bit, and it made me laugh because it reminded me of a guy that I worked for. Like, me and my wife, we're from Tennessee originally, and we moved down here in 2000, somewhere around then. Basically 2000, 2001, when September 11th happened, I was working at Ron John's. I can tell you that story too. It's pretty wild. But anyway, after I worked at Ron John's and got laid off because nobody was traveling anywhere, I went and got a job at this pizza place, Papa Vito's, best pizza place around. Has the best Italian sub I've ever, not Italian, it's not a Philly cheesesteak, it's Italian cheesesteak, that's what it is. Freaking awesome. Anyway, yeah, best place around. It's over in Cape Canaveral, and I worked there for a little while. And I worked for this dude that sold restaurant equipment too, the owner. And he was kind of just starting off in that, so we'd get a U-Haul or something and go deliver it ourselves. And he paid me to come along with him and help. I think it was just me and him, really. And then we'd fly back. We'd leave the U-Haul there and fly back. And he'd load up just the whole thing full, and just the stuff that he'd sold. Anyway, we had to deliver one time to Virginia. We were in Tennessee, and I was driving. And I was driving over the hills and stuff and just going around the curves and over the hills. And I was just booking it, man. And he was freaking out almost every curve we go around, just like, oh, you know, and I'm like, what's up, man? You know, over the hills especially, right? Because there's no hills around here, really. I mean, if you see a hill, it's a fucking, it's a landfill, right? And it stinks. But, yeah, we were over everything, and I was like, what are you freaking out about, man? And he's like, how do you know? No, there's not a car there. I'm like, we're on the interstate, bro. Like, what do you mean? How do you know it's on the other side? I'm like, well, if everybody's going the same speed I am, I hope nothing. What? You know, this is where I grew up. We don't give a shit. We just fly over those hills, and that, you know, it makes you a good driver because you have to be ready to freaking whoa at any moment, you know? So that made me think about that because that was hilarious. Just freaking, dude was just freaking out, man. Just like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, chill out or go to sleep. Something, because I'm going to be flying over these hills. Trust me. And I think we were actually going through Knoxville or something at the time. And of course, I just grew up, you know, Sparta, Tennessee, Cookeville, Nashville, Knoxville. I mean, you just all over the place. You just went up there. Gatlinburg was up there. It's where everybody went. Well, if you weren't going to Florida on vacation, you were going to Gatlinburg. If you lived in Tennessee, right? But anyway, I just thought of that. I'm going up in here getting these sticks. All right, dudes, let's see if we can go down a little bit here. Yeah, all right, so there's a flooring place back there. I've done probably 10 jobs. I don't know if you can see those A-frames over there. I've added a lot of stuff to those two. I've been here to work on those like 4 or 5 times. I fixed their handrails. They had some things that hold these giant drill bits that drill into, I mean, big round bits. You know, they look like, the bits look like the space saucer at the fair that spins. They're oval shaped like that. Or like one of those curling balls that just goes down ice. It kind of looks round like that, but it's got like things sticking off of it. Like a landmine, or not a landmine, but the underwater mines, whatever. I'm trying to explain to you what it looks like. I could probably just show you. Anyway, they have these plates that hold them, and they were bent down. I guess they dropped the thing and it bent them down. So anyway, one day I just put a torch to it, straightened them out, made a couple $100. But today, let me show you what we're getting into. I got the trailer set up. Let me show you what's up. All right, dudes. Yeah, got the trailer set up. Look, I'm not going to need the table or the saw today because I'm trying to stay up in here as much in the shade as I can, so I'm not gonna need that table or the saw. Let me get a little light on this. I got a little light. This little light of mine. Got my torches covered up. Right. Today's just gonna be grinding and welding. One of those good days where it's just kind of a break. Let me show you what's up. All right. Here it is, guys. The rug ram. You can see where the weld has broken. It is a mess here. It is a dangly jangly mess, right? But other than, you know, I'm not going to try to break that off and build new things. I'm going to puzzle piece it together, weld it somewhere, and then start grinding away, and then weld. That's another reason why I want to use 6011, so it'll help me burn a lot of that impurity out. Obviously, I'm going to grind it down to the other weld on the, you know, once I get to the other side as well. So that's what's up there. They didn't weld it all the way down, which was, I thought was weird. We're going to do that so it doesn't come off, so it's held on. And then we're going to come over the top here, boom, with some more support. I brought a lot of steel with me. And here's the ram part. They stick it in big rolls of carpet and then take a forklift, and, you know, anything involving a forklift, buddy, is going to make you money. Anybody, forklift drivers, if they have forklift drivers, that's a money spot. Stop there and hand them a card. And you can see where it's all ripped off. just old. Who knows? It looks like the steel ripped mainly. The weld, you know, did of course up in here, but a lot of the steel just ripped. But we're going to weld all that back together the way it is, and then we are going to, because it looks like it's bent upward, so we're going to weld it up like it is, and then we're going to add some gussets to it and different, you know, support, and just weld it all the way up. So let's pull that dude over here in the shade. Try not to embarrass myself. Tomorrow's supposed to be back day too. Whew, boy. Shit's heavy. Yeah. Put it in the sun so we preheat it. Get that preheat going, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, nice little preheat. Oh, it's just going down. It's going down. Up. Yeah, there we go. Whew. Dude. Yeah, dang. Probably gonna break it in the process of trying to fix it. Ooh, shush. Yeah, I make weird noises when I'm trying to. Motherfucker. Where's my knee pads when I need them? I don't even use them when I freaking need them. All right, you bastard. It's time to line up. Do what you said you'd do. Yeah. Okay. All right. So. All right. So there are some spots. All right, guys. Whew. All right. So what I was doing here was just taking note of the spots where I've got to get in there and grind some stuff down and off and out of the way so I can puzzle piece this back together. Now the down here I'm obviously going to grind all this off and then, because I'm not going to be able to grind that once I get started. The main thing is up here where it lines up, is to get it lined back up. So I'm gonna grind this all down because it's just going up against blah blah blah. All right, guys, I've been here like 20 minutes. It's time to eat. I eat half my breakfast before I leave, and then I eat the other half here just because I'm in a hurry. So I'll grab a couple bites, and then by the time I get here and get set up, I get hungry. So that's when I actually eat breakfast. And then, yeah, just eat little snacks all day. Oh man, best part about today is that I parked in the shade. So I get to stand here and eat. Alright guys, so I went and got me some 6011 rods this morning, right? The Vulcan. What about these Vulcans, man? I've used them a lot. The Vulcans have a really good puddle, man. That's all I got to say about it. They just have a really good puddle. I like the, I had tried some Forney 7018 before the Vulcan and before a couple other ones. Nothing expensive, you guys know me. But I tried the Forney, man, and it was like a 6013. It was just a swirl of puddle, and I was just like, nah, this isn't going to work. So I went and grabbed some 7018 Vulcan, right? Because I ordered those offline thinking they'd be better. But then I went and grabbed the Vulcan because I was just in a hurry. And then I was like, oh, man, this puddle's awesome. So the 6011 and the 7018, just a real crisp puddle. That's what I like. That's what I like. So it's easy to just follow along. So I got those, and then I got these the other day, guys, which I thought was cool. I wanted to show you. I've got a few things here and there, but so I was gonna order one of those silver streak pencils, but I got online and they were like, you know, they're not too expensive, but right under it popped up another one that was two pencils for like $10, and then it came with probably a lifetime of refills, man. I'm talking about 4 boxes. There's 12 per box. So 4 boxes, and they came full. And one of them has yellow and one of them has silver. So I got yellow and silver. Now here's the thing about these is the reviews will lead you astray. The reviews will lead you astray. Okay? So I wanted to kind of clear something up, because it says welder's pencil, and you see, I saw a bunch of reviews that are like, oh man, it doesn't show up. This only shows up on rusty metal. It doesn't show up on shiny metal. And I started thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, when was the last time I ever worked with shiny metal? As a welder, when do you ever, the only time you see shiny metal is when you grind it down to weld it. When you're cutting, marking something to cut, the fuck are you marking on shiny metal for? Are you cleaning the mill scale off your metal before you do this? I was just wondering. I was talking to my wife about it, actually. She said, nah, it's a bunch of jewelry makers will use them because they want fine lines and stuff like that, and they're on shiny metal and it doesn't work, so they get on here and review, and like, it doesn't work on shiny metal. Well, it'll work for you welders, because you're going to be marking on mill scale. I mean, even down to like stainless steel, the shit ain't shiny unless it's polished. So most of the time you're going to have some kind of oxidized layer that you're going to be marking on. Mill scale, a little bit of surface rust, something. And it works. It works. I mean, you can see this on, you can see the red one on shiny metal, but like I say, I'm never marked on shiny metal to cut anything. So there is that. It works pretty good. It's a real fine line. So I marked on a bunch of shit. You know how when you first get something, you just go through marking on everything you have. So I marked on all the metal I have at the house, and it worked pretty good. So I'm going to try that out when I need to cut something. I don't think I'm going to, it's just grinding and welding today and eating. So I'm going to eat. I got me some coffee, some Machu Picchu, right? I saw the old Cumberland Farms. I had to stop by there and get some Machu. Like I said, I'm using my new hat to weld in today. I used it on the last video in the truck. Also got me a new set of gloves, because you fuckers on here, all my buddies on YouTube wear Tillmans, which I got some other Tillmans I like better. I'm gonna be ordering those because they're, I think, $13 online. The other ones I got, oh man, let me show you. Here they are. These are the 1405Ls, and they're suede all the way around. And buddy, I fucking like these. And these are $12 on eBay. And then I went by Airgas to see, because he said $13. I was like, well, I'll spend another $1. And then they charged me $17 instead. So I'm not going back to Airgas. They're so expensive about everything. I'll just order these online. They're better anyway. They're softer, and they feel more rugged though. They're thicker. They feel way more rugged. The suede's even more rugged than the suede on the back of this one. This one's real thin. This shit's real thick. And then the person that gave him the review works with barbed wire. So I figured, man, and gave good review. So I figured, yeah. So here's the rest of my breakfast. Eggs and pork, baby. Eggs and pork. That's what's up. Hearty. I'm a hearty boy. All right, I'm gonna eat. Not in front of you. Guys, Can't get your generator started, don't give up on it when it's been sitting for a while. Sometimes all you need is a little go juice. Alright, let's try this again. There she goes!
Crazy lovers rely on each other. I love to see the way that you love me. Ooh. And I remember when we used to do the craziest things, smiling, hoping. Yeah, we were so young then, with wild eyes open, seas growing forever in love. Can't solve every problem, that's why I'm here to help you solve them. We can come together with an answer to all things. Fear won't be our leader, time will be our teacher. And if we're willing to learn, baby, we can spread our wings and fly away. I remember when we used to do the craziest things, smiling, hoping. Yeah, we were so young then, with wild eyes open, the seas growing forever in love.
Alright, fellas. I got her fitted up about as tight as I can get it. Okay? And what my plan is I'm going to go down through there and I'm going to fill all those cracks with weld, and then I'm going to grind it all back out on this side. Right? Go in the other side. I've already ground out the other side. I don't know if I showed you guys that. The other side is paper thin. This is just the top. So I'm going to weld it, turn it over, grind it all back out, weld it, turn it back over, grind out all that's left, and weld it up. And it's going to be good to go. Alright guys, I got a set to stick. 51, I think I'm going to go up to 96. 96 sounds good. Alright, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Whoa. Listen here. Oh. Under the wire, I spent a lot of time wondering where to go. Now I got my head on straight and I feel just fine. And I'm ready to roll. Well, God damn it, I wanna be the one to feel so satisfied. That's right. I said it, now put it all in low. And I'm starting to climb. Up and out of the blue, I came looking for you. I didn't study all the time. You got me out of my mind, but I'll be alright. I feel it down deep inside. You know that place I tried to run and hide sometimes. Don't let me near your heart, cause I'll steal it. I just might, yeah. And make it mine, all mine. Yeah. I've been true to the game, true to the same old thing. The truth is I'm a true blue mover and shaker. I'll be faking it till I make it, so I'm bound to be faking it right now. But I'm still down to be taking it all into account. Maybe I'm just naked and afraid. I'm a survivor, so I'm walking with the dead these days. I'm gonna be by myself and hope for the best. I'm trying to beat back death while I beat on my chest. You feel me? Up and out of the blue, I came looking for you. I didn't study all the time. You got me out of my mind, but I'll be alright. I feel it down deep inside. You know that place I tried to run and hide sometimes. Don't let me near your heart, cause I'll steal it. I just might, yeah. And make it mine, all mine. Yeah. Don't you ever underestimate the power of an open mind. Yeah, your little broken heart's gonna be just fine. And it feels like it was just yesterday when I looked into your eyes for the first time that I felt alive. My heart keeps beating, can't believe it, it's the first time that I felt alive.
Alright guys, I just happen to have some good lighting here, so I went with it as far as right here. It's rare that I turn it on and it just has some good lighting. Anyway, I got the 6011 down. The generator didn't want to work well with the prime weld. I only had it at 98 amps at first with the, what is that, half-inch steel? No, I don't even think that's half-inch. 3/8 maybe. And then when I was welding the block to it, I turned it up to 105, and it did well. I'm gonna grind it out, obviously grind it all down, grind it out, grind out the old welds, and go 70/18. Well, my dudes, my phone went dead. It was sitting in the sun, I didn't realize it. And it just went dead for a long ass time. I couldn't get it started, so I couldn't get it back on. So I welded, I painted. 70/18, I got 60/11. It's on there. there's a good, man, there's some nice gussets underneath. I don't think you can see them from here. Maybe you can. Hold on. Maybe. Fuck. Anyway, there's some nice gussets underneath. Did a pretty good job. I don't know if you can see that one or not. Oh Lord, guys, I'm tired of bending over. That's what's up. I wanted to turn this over and paint it, but I just got down on the ground. I don't want to lift it anymore. I've lifted it enough. I even lifted it with the pole on it, like not up in the air, and just rolled it over to this side so I could weld it. But anyway, it is what it is. Got a piece of angle on there. Like I say, it's welded all the way around though with 7018 6011 root, so whatever. It should stay on there for a good long ass time now. Yeah. Alright dudes, my back is tight. I am ready to go home. My back's tight. Not like your mam's vagina. Ooh. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna go home, load up the old welder. Now, I will tell you this, I didn't like welding stick with the what am I trying to say? With the prime weld on that generator. It does better with the I mean, I've never had a problem with it. It just, for some reason, it just didn't want to. It could have been me because I hadn't welded stick in a few months. So, but it just didn't want to stay in the beginning, especially. It didn't want to stay lit. So I'm just gonna work on the big generator. If I need stick, I'm gonna use that. I'm done with this fucking. You know what I mean? That prime weld's great for flux core MIG. It's good for stick if you're not doing anything thick. All right. I mean, it held in there though. I mean, it did a good job. I ain't gonna say that it didn't. I mean, it did what I needed it to. It just didn't feel right. All right.